got a nice piece of London broil here. We've got potatoes that we're gonna actually make into mashed potatoes. We've got onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, salt and pepper, some fresh rosemary that's being cleaned right now, some fresh thyme, some fresh basil that we already cut. This is gonna go in the meat. These, if you like them, green beans, and I'll probably use 4 or 5 carrots. We also need this. You'll also want some Worcestershire sauce and some red wine. Dice all the herbs, peel the potatoes, poke some holes in your meat. Stick the garlic in there. You want to do that on all sides. Basil. That's the rosemary. Here's the thyme. Flip it over, do the same thing. Put some oil on the bottom of the pan. Cook it probably on kind of a medium-low setting. And sear all sides. All right, so about an extra minute's gone by. So I would say we probably cooked in a total about 7 minutes. So it's kind of browned. I'm gonna take it out. And I'm gonna use this right here. I'm gonna add a little more. You could also add a little butter. Oops. Get that nice and hot. Get the onion and the beef broth. You can also put some more garlic in at this time. I'm gonna make like a sauce. They're starting to soften a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some garlic, a little bit of salt. All right, now they're bubbling nicely. They're nice and soft. A little caramelized on the bottom. I'm gonna add just a little bit of wine, not a lot. How much wine you like is your preference. A little bit of Worcestershire. Gonna cut 4 of these. I just put that a little bit too much. Now it's gonna make a nice caramelized sauce. Oh, now that was perfect. The bottom makes a nice sauce, and then you add, go ahead and add the carrots in there. It's not easy doing this while you're holding a knife or holding a phone. Cut your green beans about that size. All right, I'm gonna put the meat back in there. You want all this this back in there too. We want those herbs. I'll scrape it after I put the phone down. All right, I got clean veggies, green beans and mushrooms. Now, this. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to put the lid on there. I'm going to keep it on this heat, have it kind of bubbling but not over bubbling. And you want to do that until you can basically push on the meat and it'll fall apart. I'll let you know how long it takes this time. It's boiling a little too much, so I'm going to lower this now just to get that boil a little bit less, and I'm going to go like this. While the stew is cooking, I'm going to boil some water. While the water is boiling, I'm going to cut my potatoes into quarters. And I'm going to fill this up about 1/3 of the way. You cut, always put the nose of the knife down first and then go down that way. Every once in a while you just kind of want to stick your spoon in there and give it a shake. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. Now that we are boiling nicely, I'm going to put the potatoes in the water. Always pour them away from you. And now I'm going to put the timer on 20 minutes. After 15 minutes of boiling, my potatoes are ready. I can tell because if you go like this, they just break in half. Strain the water. Put it in a nice large bowl. I have about 1/3 of a stick. Once they're mashed, I'm going to add some milk. This is 1/2 cup. You can add as much as you like. Until it's nice and wet. A little more salt. A little more pepper. I'd like them to be a little bit thinner. So I'm gonna pour just a little bit more milk in there. And I'm gonna keep whipping. Once they're consistency that you like, add a heaping spoon of sour cream and whip it again. Potatoes are ready. I'm gonna set them aside. It's been 2.5 hours, looking good. Can't quite push it apart yet, the meat. So we're just gonna add a little bit more beef broth to cover the meat. And this is the second container. We're gonna turn this off. You're gonna separate the meat. We're gonna put some flour here. I don't know if that's enough. And we're gonna put some of this in here. Really want it to cool a little bit. And a little water. Or this. Water or this is fine. Gonna add a little more flour. A little more of this. A little more of this. can also just do this in a bowl with a whisk. You can take the meat out and put it on a plate and separate it, or you can just kind of push it down with a spoon. You should not have to use a knife. If you have to use a knife, you didn't cook it long enough. So now I'm going to pour this in here. Just stir it in the flour. It's starting to boil. Turn the heat off. Wait a few minutes. And then serve it over the potatoes.